Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. My name is Kelsey. I'm a wife and a mom of 3 kids, ages 6, almost 4, and almost 2, and my husband and I recently found out that we are expecting baby number 4 due in November. I make videos here with pregnancy updates and about pregnancy related topics, so if you're interested in following along with any of that, please subscribe, but I'm so happy to have you. This is going to be a 17-week pregnancy update. I'm currently 17 weeks and 6 days pregnant. So I will be 18 weeks pregnant tomorrow, and I just, as always, cannot believe it. I'm really closing in on the 20-week mark, which is just insane how fast the time has flown by. Overall, this was a really good week. I've been feeling pretty well and doing a lot of fun things with my family, so I think that's why the time has just been flying by. Because I've had such a good week and have been feeling so good, this is probably going to be a shorter video because there's just not a whole lot to update on. I didn't go to the doctor at all this week or anything, so no updates there. Symptoms wise, I am really happy to say that my heartburn has been extremely manageable. In fact, for the past week or so, I don't think that I can remember feeling any heartburn, which is crazy, and for me during pregnancy, that's amazing. I'm still taking my Protonix every day, so I'm sure that that is why, but I will take it because even in my last pregnancy with the Protonix, I was still having heartburn. It was tolerable at this point, but it was still like bothersome and annoying by this point in pregnancy, and this time I'm just not feeling it this week, so I hope that continues, fingers crossed, but I'm just kind of holding my breath waiting for it to rear its ugly head. I've been feeling tons of movement this week, which I'm so excited about. It's just, as I've said in every single video so far where I've talked about movement, the most amazing feeling, and I never get tired of it. So each week as I'm feeling more and more, I'm just so excited and so thankful and blessed to be able to experience that again for one last time. My husband hasn't been able to feel the baby yet. I keep trying to feel my stomach when I know the baby is moving around to see if I can feel from the outside the little kicks, and I still haven't been able to feel that yet. So I'm anxiously awaiting when I can share that with my husband. Haven't really had any food aversions this week, thankfully. I guess I'm still a little leery about grilled chicken. It's hit or miss. Sometimes I can eat it and love it, and other times it sounds disgusting, which normally when I'm not pregnant, I eat grilled chicken all the time, so I know that's got to be a pregnancy thing. Cravings wise, I can't really say I've had any specific cravings this week that have carried throughout the week, but I'm just craving still salty snacks like chips and Chex Mix and Cheetos and things like that. Definitely not sweet stuff still, which is just so odd for me. Also, kind of related to the snacks, I've still been hungry. Like some days just ravenous. I'll have just eaten lunch within like an hour and I'll still be feeling like I'm starving. So I'm trying to make healthy choices, trying not to overeat, but it is hard. I don't remember ever being this hungry during pregnancy. I wonder if it's because I'm more active this pregnancy than I've probably been in any of my other pregnancies, so maybe just because I'm exercising more than I ever have during pregnancy, if that's making me hungrier, I don't know. Or it could just be that I'm older, my metabolism's different, hormones that are different, who knows. I've had crazy acne this week. I don't know if you'll be able to tell in this video because I am wearing quite a bit of makeup right now to try to cover it. But I can't remember the last time my face was this broken out. It's been a while. I've just got like acne here and on my cheeks, which I don't normally get, and kind of in my T-zone. So I don't know what that's about. I hope that it doesn't continue. But if it does, I mean, it is what it is. I feel like in my younger years, I probably would have been a lot more bothered at this point in life. I don't know. I'm more go with the flow, and it's going to be what it's going to be, and I'm not going to spend time fretting about it. Along those same lines as well, another thing that I'm not going to spend time fretting about, although admittedly I probably have spent some time fretting about, is my varicose veins. I know I talked about that last week, so I'm not going to go into the whole thing now, but they're still there. They're still equally as bad, and I actually noticed where they're kind of like extending up into my upper leg now, and so I have a feeling that those are just going to keep getting worse and worse, especially because it's still only the middle of June and we have like at least 2 to 3 solid more months of summer and hot weather and humidity and everything left that I know will probably not help those. One other symptom that I did just want to mention is that I've been having braxton hicks contractions. I want to say they probably started within the last week or so. It's not often, but definitely several times a day I'm feeling them. They're mostly just when I'm up and moving and doing things, maybe like sweeping the floors or walking or doing things like that, and they're not painful at all. I'm definitely very familiar with this being my 4th pregnancy with the feeling of braxton hicks, so I'm confident that that's all they are. I don't remember them ever starting quite this early. I want to say probably at least in my last pregnancy, maybe my last 2, they started by like 20 weeks, but I know it's normal, especially for 2nd, 3rd, 4th time moms to have them earlier. So I'm not worried about it at all, but it is just interesting to be feeling that already. As I said earlier, I've just been doing tons of fun things with my kids. The weather's been nice, it's been warm and sunny, so we've been out doing a lot of things outside as a family, and I'm just feeling really sentimental, just thinking about how things will be next year with another baby in tow, and just how this newest member of our family is going to fit in. And it's interesting because I think in previous pregnancies I worried a lot about how the new baby would fit in and how we would all adapt to having a new family member, and just worried about normal things like if I'd be able to love another baby as much as I loved my other kids and things like that. But this time I'm really just not worried about that kind of stuff. I guess it's probably just because I've already done it 3 times. I know that moms' hearts just grow with each kid and that you can love all of them equally just as much, and I've seen how each one of my kids has added so much to our family that this time I'm just excited. I'm excited and just sentimental thinking about everything that comes along with adding a new member. So I'm just really looking forward to it and starting to get excited. I think it's starting to feel more real and less just like a dream or a surprise that I'm trying to adjust to. Now it's just feeling like, okay, this is actually happening. Like we're almost halfway. We're gonna get to meet this baby soon-ish. I know we still have a few months left, but more than a few months actually. But you get the drift. I'm just really excited and looking forward to adding a new member to our family. Also, just super random and pretty insignificant, but we made our first, I guess you would kind of say, baby purchase this week. I take that back. I bought a few gender neutral newborn outfits a few months ago, like right after I found out I was pregnant, at a consignment shop that I went to looking for things for my other kids. So that, I guess, was my first baby purchase. But we actually bought the first thing for our hospital bag, which is kind of comical. I know I still have probably at least another 16, 17, 18 weeks until I need to worry about having my hospital bag packed. But funny story, when my son Rhett was born, I was in labor for I think 36 hours or something to that effect. It was a long time. And my husband had come to the hospital, and all I'd really packed for him in the hospital bag was a pack of protein bars, because with my son Leland, when I was in labor with him, my husband hadn't eaten like any of the things that I packed, and I felt like I went overboard. So all I packed that time was protein bars, and we ended up being there a lot longer than we thought, and by the time he was getting really hungry, I was miserable. And then I finally got an epidural, and my blood pressure was low, and the baby's heart rate wasn't cooperating, and there was just all kinds of complications happening where my husband didn't want to leave me to go down to the cafeteria to get food, and I was afraid for him to leave me because I was nervous about everything going on. So looking back, we probably could have asked a nurse or someone there to grab him something, but that wasn't on our minds. So he lived for like 36 hours just on the protein bars that I packed, which was fine, but not super enjoyable for him, and he probably would have done better having like some better sources of protein and sustenance during that time, because it was stressful for him too. So we were out at the store, and we just happened to be passing like the microwave meals that you don't have to refrigerate, which are probably full of preservatives and horrible for you and don't taste that great. But I told him, hey, grab a couple of those and I'll pack those just in case in a pinch you don't want to leave the room when I'm in labor, so that we know you'll have something like filling and semi-nutritious to at least give you some energy during. So he picked a couple, because with Hattie, my last pregnancy, he didn't really end up eating the stuff I picked, but I remember just grabbing one of those for him, and I had no idea which one he would want. So this time he picked 2 for himself, and we stashed them away in the back of the pantry for when we pack our hospital bag. So kind of funny how with your first, you're worried about getting all the baby gadgets and everything, and by your 4th, you're thinking more along the lines of what your husband is going to eat while you're in labor. But anyway, it's getting more real and exciting, and I'm starting to think practically about more of the logistics of everything with the new baby, and also just dreaming about what they'll be like and how they'll fit in with the family. And it's just been really fun, and I'm trying to just soak it all in, like I've said a million times. I think that's all for this week. Like I said, there isn't a whole lot of updates. I'll be back again next week to update on my 18th week. I want to thank you so much for watching. Please leave me a comment and let me know how you're doing, or introduce yourself if you never have before. I love meeting everyone and hearing all of your stories and updates about similarities or differences in your pregnancies. And so yeah, I would love it if you would leave me a comment. And if you're interested in following along on the rest of my journey, go ahead and subscribe, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.